this area of depression to witchcraft in a sense that depression and deal with it by themselves. You know, me, I've myself suffered from depression, and I know that in that time I tried to look that I'm okay. Look that I'm okay with in front of everyone. You know, my father was noticing I wasn't eating, so I was saying things like, "Oh no, I'm fasting in this time." So, and we feel that we might be judged, we might be in a certain way if we come out with it. So, so yeah, that's my.
Yeah, that takes us to one of the other questions that I wanted to say. Would you say depression is linked to witchcraft? Because I'll speak a bit in French so that people that speak French as well get involved a bit. But like, dans notre communauté, spécialement africaine, quand quelqu'un est dépressé, quand il souffre de la dépression, on dit souvent la sorcellerie, on doit prier pour toi et choses comme ça. Est-ce que la dépression est liée à la sorcellerie, par exemple, tu penses?
Ben, dans la communauté africaine, oui, je pense spécifiquement, je veux parler du Congo. I'll be switching in English, sorry. In terms of Congo, it's really linked to witchcraft because, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lack of education in this area of depression in our country. And when someone acts out of the norm, so if someone is not acting right, if someone is not well, or because depression can lead to psychosis or manic behavior, whereby you start hallucinating, you start seeing things, you start hearing things, but that's the severe spectrum of depression. And when that happens, the automatic reaction from people in Congo who lack the education on depression is, okay, this is witchcraft. You know, we both know in our Congolese community, witchcraft is, people like to label people with witchcraft.
Oh yeah,
you do something, oh kindoki, or you do the oh kindoki. You need to be prayed for, you need to be delivered. And it's quite sad, you know, because a lot of people are out there suffering from depression, and they are labeled or they are outcast, you know, and that even send them deep into more troubles, and it's just a vicious spiral, really, in our community. So yeah, to answer, yes, in our community, depression is linked to witchcraft in a sense that people just label. It's easier to label this person as being a witch than to try and understand what they're going through.
The problem is,
you know, and the other problem there is that, you know, there's not a lot of resources to deal with these things, you know, and that as well, I play a part. The big part is that, but it's a topic that I can speak on at a later date.
Okay, all right, wonderful. And who would you say depression affects the most?
There's not a generalized group of people where, okay, you say, okay, these people are depressed, but depression affects everyone, from children to adults to elderly. As I mentioned earlier, is if you've had a very bad upbringing, trauma, you were traumatized as a child, you can have a what we call recurrent depression. But your lifestyle as well can affect you know, the way you eat, the way, like I mentioned earlier, depression is found in statistics show, again, on the website I was on, Rethink, they were talking about that. The statistics show that a lot of people that came in and were overweight or underweight suffered from depression because they didn't like the way they looked. They didn't like the way what they were seeing in the mirror. So that also affects how they relate to people around them. So they started just pulling themselves away from society. and not having a lot of contact, and being alone as well. It's not good. It plays on you. It plays on your mind. It plays on how you feel about just the world around you. So I mentioned lifestyle. I mentioned trauma. It can also be genetic. So people can be predisposed whereby there's a certain chemicals that are overproduced in the brain. Like I said, depression is over. There's a lot of chemical produced, or there's little of it produced. So it affects everybody in essence. So yeah, depression affects everyone. There's no specific group who is affected.
I like what you said. Yeah, I like what the example that you gave for people that are overweight and underweight. And like you said, the upbringing, because a lot of parents, what they don't realize, for example, in the African community, again, parents casually insult the children. Like, oh yeah, you're too fat, you're too slim, you're too this, you're too that. Not knowing that those things later on play in the person's minds, or even like, oh, you're not clever enough, or this one is more clever than you, this one is more intelligent than you, you're just useless. Do you understand? All this thing really plays in the future of a person, and possibly make them more prone to depression than any other things. That's one thing I say about, like, for example, like children in the African community, where people insult the children. Oza munene makasi. Oza sim, oza munene, toza mukie, toza mukuse, oza mulai makasi. All these things later on in life, it gives someone some type of low self-esteem. The self-esteem that maybe I'm not as good as everyone else. But I feel like parents, especially in the African community, our society has a lot to blame for this as well. Because all these things that we put in people's minds, later on, it start affecting the way that they view life as well.
Just to agree with you on that is, when you constantly say something to someone with a certain attitude, with a certain tone, with a certain, they start to believing it. They start to believe it. It gets to when, in terms of parents, children will look up to our parents. These are the people where we want to go to confining, people that we want to talk to about everything that we are going through. And when those people that we look up to are actually the one that are tearing you down, in the sense that you say you're not smart enough, you're not that, and it makes it that trauma, because it's a type of trauma whereby a parent always look down on the child. You had no word of encouragement, no word of saying that's fine, let's try better, let's try harder. That's encouragement yield fruit, fruitfulness. So when parents don't do that, what I think, and again, it goes back to the place where education is very key in that area, that it's better to, acknowledge, okay, you are not doing well in this, you are not doing it, but okay, let's try harder. Okay, I was talking to a friend, and we're talking about this thing about bringing people down, and there was he mentioned, he said that, a lot of people will say, oh, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, but they don't offer you solutions.
Yes.
They don't offer you solution. They don't put themselves out there. Okay, I have noticed this. Okay, I'll help you with this. Oh, okay, go and look at that. So that encouragement, but that constant beating and trauma on the child, especially on the child, they build this world whereby they don't feel good enough, they don't feel accepted, and that also affect on how now they grow up, how they view themselves, the kind of choices they go on and make in life. I've seen a lot of people who have so much potential in terms of education or in terms of business, but some of the things that come out of their mouth, or I don't think I'm good enough for this man. I don't. No, but look at what you've been achieving, or what you achieve, or what you're actually doing at the moment. It shows that you are able to do this. But there's always, there's this thing my pastor said. There's always a stronger voice behind, a stronger voice. So they hold on to this thing that their dad had said to them. They hold on to even that their mother said. You will never come to nothing. You will never that weakness, and that stays with them, for life. And then when things don't go well in their life, that's when depression creeps in.
Of
you know
course. Wow.
and
That is powerful. I really like that. Really, I think this is a message that needs to be spread within our community, that it's very important the way that you speak to your children, what you tell them, because these are the foundation of their lives. Don't expect them to become this confident person eventually in their life when they were younger. You started off by insulting them, by putting them down, and you think suddenly they will get this confidence. Where are you expecting them to get this confidence from? You need to know what you're giving them from childhood. That's what they will hold on to for the rest of their life. And I think it's something as parents, that's where a lot of parents miss that. And I really like the way that you elaborated on it. It just shows that it's something that we need to remind our parents, especially our community. They need to let this thing of bringing the children down and making them feel less valued. Or they might just do it out of anger, but they don't know that it stays within the child's mind. It stays with them for the rest of their lives. Yeah, I really like that point. So yeah, we're trying to be quick because I know you got a lot of meeting to attend. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. And I hope those online too are really enjoying it. Thank you very much. I can see you. I can see all of you guys. Kezia, thank you. Hi, Kezia. Hi, Cindy. I am Sandra. Hi, Sandra. We're speaking in English. She requested for us to do English videos too. I hope you're enjoying this. Oh, well, I can't really read the comments. I've definitely experienced that, but when I try to explain to my mom, she can't understand. It makes the child to feel he or she's never enough to take the grace of God to outgrow such mindset. That is so true. That is so true. African parents don't really understand that, really don't know what he is. They just don't understand how important he is to speak life into the children.
It's not about, okay, the way I see it, I've grown to see it because I've had that experience with my own dad, whereby right now when I sit with him and then you say, oh, Gelo, I'm very sorry for, and now I see how much I've traumatized you. And I think the thing is not is educated on the subject,
Yeah.
Now is educated on the subject, now he knows how the word that he says affect. And the thing that I always say is that I don't, it's not to say, oh, they don't understand, it's that that's all they know. That's how they believe it's better to bring their child up. And in essence, it's how they were brought up as well. So, we've come to a place where if right now we go back to Congo, and I believe most of people around our age, most of the young adults our age would probably have the same mindset. It's what it's passed on. So we've come here and we are educated on the subject, and we are saying, no, this needs to change, this area needs to change. It's because we have, information is power, information is key, information is knowledge. So once there's that knowledge on the subject, things will change. African parents, that's the best way they know how to raise us. When someone do something wrong, they must be punished, whether it's verbal or physical. That's the automatic reaction, or the mindset that they were brought up with, and that's what they go on and do. But when, again, as I said, when they are educated or they're exposed to this world of, okay, this is what is actually happening in the child when you speak certain things. And, and I agree with I am Sandra, where she said, toward God, we need the grace of God. Yes, we do. We do need the grace of God, because, scripture reminds us that his word will not go to him in vain. So it's said that he has planned to prosper us, not for us to suffer. So yeah, we need to pray in that area. We need to just consecrate everything to him.
Yeah. So here I can see Cindy, who says, I don't think African parents do it on purpose. They give what they receive. Thank you. I think Gelo just really touched on that as well. You're totally right. But the cycle needs to stop somewhere. Definitely true. And Grace say, what advice would you give to a young person toward educating the parent on the effect of the way parents talk to them, to the children?
You know, the advice I would give is this. I used to, when my dad used to do this thing, I used to rebel, you know, throw tantrums. But the key, a parent, what I noticed, my dad used to say that I will never wish bad on you. I will never wish wrong on you.
Yes.
And the key is just to sit with the parent. Dad, mom, can I talk to you? Calmly. Let them throw the tantrum. Let them say what they need to say. But you say, Mom, can I sit with you? And that's how I've unlocked this door. Dad, can we sit, please? I want to talk to you about something. And I just lay it down to him calmly, not rebuking him or not doing it this way. Just calmly, okay, I understand that this is what your expectation of me. But understand this, and that. And then they will start thinking. They might not say it right then. You know, parents sometimes there's this pride. I'm a parent. I can't show weakness. They will reflect on it. I've certainly seen it in my father. He reflected on it, and then one day, sometimes they just say it just randomly, but it shows you that they're thinking about it. So, oh, you know, I'm very sorry of how, you know, sometimes you say, oh, girl, I'm very sorry how I've traumatized. I know I've traumatized you. I've done this. And the thing is, most time when parents do that, it's a sense of protection or a sense of trying to get us to be great, you know. But the advice that I will give is just calmly sit with your parent, just talk to them, you know, slowly ignore them, you know, just slowly, okay, Dad or Mom, I understand. This is what you expect from me. This is what, how do you want me? Ask the participation as well. Ask the participation, how do you think you can achieve this? Please show me. But understand that this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm going. Lay it to them. Sometimes parents don't know what we are actually going through, you know, because we don't speak to them, because it's maybe out of fear or out of embarrassment. We think we'll be embarrassed. But if we lay down to them what we're actually personally going through and what we actually believe, because most parents don't know what we believe in or what drives us. They just see us come home, go to bed, go to school, come home. You know, there's not that parent-child dialogue. You know, once we have that dialogue with our parent, or listen, Dad, Mom, this is what I believe in. This is what I want to achieve. This, I understand this is what you want me to achieve, but also understand